Hello, everybody, and welcome to the weekly Oracle Wisdom. My name is Natalie Sadie, and we are going to have a look at what the Oracle cards have to tell us for the energies for the week ahead. Okay, so I realize I am a day early. I am flying to the East Coast tomorrow very early with my family, so there won't be any time to get any filming done. And we are flying back the following Monday. So I've done this reading to cover from today to next Monday, which is November 3rd. So we're doing 8 days. I may get home and be in the mood to do the reading, but if not, I will be back on Tuesday, the 4th of November. So just be aware of that. Okay, so we are going to start with Wisdom of the Oracle. Oh, before we get started, the November reading has been done. November 2025 reading has been done, and I am scheduling that to go up on Thursday. That's going to be scheduled later today. So that will be up before November starts. So I'll probably set it up to go live Thursday at midday Pacific time for those of you that enjoy the monthly readings. Okay, so let's get into this with Wisdom of the Oracle, the Colette Baron-Reid deck. So we're going to pull a couple of them. We have Poised, a change in the wind, it's funny, having just done the monthly, it kind of aligns with a lot of the information that was coming out. Yin, and I'm going to pull one more. Go the distance. So I think this week we are poised for, this new energy that is presenting itself and this new opportunity, and there is change coming. Whether you want change or not, it's happening. I feel like there is a lot shifting this week, but I feel like it's all good. If you have a look at the imagery in this card, she's got her wings, there's sparkles, look at the star. Oh, I've got to stop moving so that this stays focused. There's stars at the tips of each of her fingers, and there's just joy in the movement of this. We'll call her a fairy for lack of a better word. There is joy, and change can be hard, especially if we want to hang on to the status quo, but I feel like this is a good thing. With that being said, we need to focus on the yin. We need to focus on the feminine energy this week, and that may be relying on our girlfriends or the women in our lives, and it could also be just being softer with ourselves. It's very easy, especially when change is happening and, we're ready for things to kick off, to become sort of aggressive and almost a bit masculine, like, right, this is happening, let's go, let's go, let's go. And I think this is a time where we need to stop and take a breath and focus on the feminine and being kind to ourselves. And maybe it's stopping and going for a massage, maybe having a night on our own, lighting candles and having a bath. Whatever it is that makes you feel safe and cocooned and in a place where you're able to be gentle with yourself and the rest of the world. It also means that you need to keep going. So this nurturing that you're doing is going to give you the strength to keep moving in the direction that you need to move in. It's very easy when there is change happening, and if you decide you're not ready for it, to go, no, don't want this. And it's not the time for you to do that. You need to keep going. And you've got the cheetah. The cheetah can go ridiculously fast. It's the fastest animal on earth. But in order to be able to move at that speed, the cheetah has to nurture itself. It has to feed itself. So just make sure you are doing that this week. Okay. No place like home. So this again is about being in a safe space, in a space that makes you feel nurtured and, you know, safe from the world and everything that's going on. If you look at this card, it's like we're looking at a birdhouse, but nothing can touch it. It's above the clouds, but you can see the warmth and the glow that's coming out of the windows and the door frame. And it's surrounded by nothing but beauty. Again, this is the very feminine energy. So you need to see that and embrace it this week. Like I said, this is very in line with everything that came through in all of the readings for November 2025, because I did do pick a pile as I always do. And there's a lot going on this month and or in November, and I think for some people they'll find it challenging. I think ultimately it serves everybody in their highest good, but it's a month where it's not just like, oh my God, it's all amazing. It all is amazing, but you're going to be called to do some work and to face, you know, the things that are shifting and let go of the things that don't serve you. And that's okay. So the final card that we're going to look at from Wisdom of the Oracle is All That Glitters. Everything that's happening, like I just said, is for your highest good. This is all going to serve you. So it really is a month where I'm sorry. I've been channeling for the last hour and a bit, and so my brain starts getting a bit muddled. It is a week, but as I said at the beginning of this reading, this is covering about 8 days because I'm a day early and I fly back from the East Coast next Monday. So next week's weekly Oracle Wisdom will probably be happening on Tuesday. But this is a week where we're on that precipice of these wonderful things happening. But with these wonderful things, there is this change that is being swept into our lives. And so just make sure you embrace it. You do need to go the distance. You need to keep going with these things that are shifting. Do not shy away from it. Embrace it and go with it. But make sure you're taking care of yourself and really nurturing yourself and leaning into that yin energy. And I do think that women are going to be playing a significant role this week for you. So embrace the women, lean on the women around you, and embrace that feminine energy. And it is all going to pay off for you in the long run. So now we're using a deck. I'm not sure if we've actually used this before. It's the Archetype Guides Oracle, which is Mahroukh. Okay. All right, there we go. The Confuser. You might not have a clear path, and that's perfectly fine. Let go of the need to know and embrace the uncertainty. Yep. See, this change that's coming, I feel like it's maybe not known that it's coming. It may come out of the blue. And this is, when you watch the monthly, this will make sense. This is a moment of trust. Almost all of us are being called to trust where we're being guided, trust the reasons for these changes and these shifts happening, that they will be revealed in time and you will get those answers. But for right now, it's an exercise in trust. And it's one of the most difficult things to do, but it is going to serve you. The Gothic. Through the darkness is the potential for you to transform your life into more than what you ever thought possible. So again, this not knowing and the universe hanging on to that knowledge is incredibly challenging. And these are the toughest moments to trust, when everything's in flow and everything's coming to us and we're going, oh my God, I'm so grateful. And we are grateful because the universe is providing what it is we want and need. To stay in gratitude and to stay in trust is so easy because it's all working out. When it's unclear, that's when it's difficult. So that's what you're being called to do this week. And it's going to be okay. Every time you start to question if trusting is crazy or if you can't do it, this is the card that I want you to picture in your head. All that glitters. It's amazing. Look at the unending riches that exist. It's the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. And then the final one from the Archetype guides is the Knight. Someone is coming in strong with a desire to conquer and a willingness to fight for what they want. So we have people that are coming. I see this as somebody coming in to help us, to assist us in our growth and our path. And maybe it is a romantic, connection. I mean, when there is change, so much shifts up. I think that for a few of you, it could be a romantic connection, but I think the Knight is, I know the Knight is a masculine energy, but I still feel like there is this very strong feminine energy that's coming in. And I feel like a lot of it is feminine support. There are times in life where we need that masculine support, but right now I feel like this yin energy is so incredibly strong and needed right now. Okay. And we are finishing up with the Shaman's Dream Oracle. Woodwives, adaptability. When change comes in, we are being asked to adjust our sails and, go with the flow of the universe. And sometimes that is the hardest thing to do because we have a very fixed idea. We have a very fixed idea of where we're going and what the outcome needs to be. But this is a moment where we need to keep our minds open. We have to be willing to adjust our sails and shift course. Maybe it's changing paths completely. Maybe it's just going, okay, I thought I was doing this today and moving in this direction, but we kind of need to go over here. And maybe it's just a deviation, or maybe it's just a different path to get to the same outcome. But there has to be that flexibility this week. And then we have mindful groupthink. So I think there is a lot to be said for community and who is around you, this week. And when you're relying on the people that are around you, you need to be very mindful of who those people are, what they stand for, what they're doing, how they're moving through the world, and are they going to support you and assist you on this journey. So just be very mindful of all of that, because when you're in the right community, these people can lift you up and propel you forward and, help you reach heights that you could not have imagined. When you are surrounded with the wrong people or the naysayers, they will do everything they can to pull you down to their level or even push you below. And so make sure that how you're surrounding yourself gives you this feeling of all these incredible things being around you, nature in full bloom and lights and umbrellas and music and all of these things. There's a carousel in there, all the magical things. That is who you want to surround yourself with this week. And if this is not the crowd, then go find the crowd that is this. I hope this reading resonated with some of you, if not all of you. As I always say, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. there is a lot of shifting and things in flux at the moment. And while it can be challenging, I think it's an incredibly awesome moment, for lack of a better word, to move into this new arena that maybe we didn't think was possible, which is so very exciting. Or maybe just shifting paths or adjusting our sails gives us a new lease on life. So embrace that. Make sure you are taking care of yourself and nurturing yourself through this, because often change can be very, very jarring. And yeah, find those people that are going to fight for you and with you and support you through all of this. So for those of you that joined the live stream late, I have already recorded the November 2025 reading. It is Pick a Pile. That will be going live on Thursday at midday. So make sure you go check that out. The readings were awesome. Can't wait for you to be able to see them. And I will see you probably next Tuesday when I'm back from the East Coast. Have a wonderful week, everybody, and happy Halloween.